Greetings, everyone. It's your friend Annie, back with you, ready to light it up with fresh words and boundless energy. Brace yourself, because I'm bringing the heat today, delivering words that will spark your soul and ignite your spirits. A divine message seeks your attention today, which we may refer to as the ultimate upgrade, a significant transformation. God, in His infinite wisdom, chose to guide me on the essence of this ultimate upgrade, a divine elevation awaiting us all. Understand this: God is a being of surprise. His ways are uncharted, and His actions are never repetitive. He is the artist, and His canvas is never the same. Every year, every situation brings forth a unique manifestation of His will. His presence is constant, yet His actions are anything but predictable. Yet when you look carefully, you can perceive patterns. They are subtle signs signaling that God is preparing to elevate you, to upgrade you. These signs, although mystifying, are there for those willing to see. One such sign, which I have experienced repeatedly, is a shift in the people who are close to me. As an impending upgrade draws near, there's an unmistakable transformation in the people who have accompanied me in the current phase of my life, signaling the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new one. The second sign is the surge of distractions that the enemy masterfully crafts. It seems the adversary never ceases to devise innovative ways to divert your attention, to hinder your ascent towards the next level. Let's talk about distractions. I had an interesting dream not too long ago. In it, I was driving down a long, empty highway with no clear end in sight. God seemed to want to pass along a message during this trip. As I kept driving, suddenly potholes started to appear on the road, as if out of nowhere. These potholes tried to throw me off my course, but each time a pothole was about to appear, my car's alert system would beep loudly, as if some divine force had tweaked it to warn me ahead of time. It was as if a voice was telling me, "Stop." The dream was a vivid illustration of the challenges we face in life, a stark reminder of the obstacles that will inevitably arise as we strive to follow God's path. Yet, it also underscored the comforting truth that God is always there, providing guidance and direction, helping us navigate through these challenges. Take note, these distractions, these hurdles are not to deter us, but to prepare us for the ultimate upgrade. They serve as trials to strengthen us, to fortify our faith, and to reaffirm our resolve to pursue the path that God has set for us. In the grand plan of God, these challenges are not setbacks, but setups for the divine elevation that awaits us. The potholes, the obstacles that arise, they are but part of the journey towards our ultimate upgrade. So when you encounter them, remember, they are not to defeat you, but to prepare you for your ascension, your upgrade in God's plan. As we travel this path, let us remember to keep faith, to trust God's guidance, and to embrace the trials that come our way. For they are not mere obstacles, but stepping stones towards the ultimate upgrade that God has in store for us. Amidst the vast intricacies of life's happenings, it's as if we're partaking in a divine dance, a tango with God Himself. We sway to the left, then to the right, stepping forward into unseen territories, conducting ourselves according to His directions. In these junctures, we encounter a season of immense importance, a time imbued with transformation, progression, and a whisper of elevation. It's the veritable season of growth, a pivotal moment where God charts the course for us to ascend to greater heights. This period, dear friends, stands as one of the most intentional, consequential seasons you'll experience. It's a season defined not by chance, but by divine design. The gentle cadence of God's voice becomes our compass, guiding us through the labyrinth of our lives. It resonates in our souls, providing a roadmap for when it's time to transition into the subsequent season of our existence. It's in this space, in this moment, that we find our faith and obedience tested most strenuously. This strategic season becomes a touchstone, a proving ground. It demands our fidelity, our unwavering commitment to the will of God. I've become acutely aware of this reality, cognizant of the critical importance of remaining steadfast and obedient as we traverse this pivotal period. Yet, in our journey towards becoming the best version of ourselves, we encounter another stark realization. Not everyone who started this journey with us can accompany us to its end. Our ascent may prompt changes in our relationships, necessitate revisions in our social circles. As God prepares to lift you to higher planes, certain individuals will struggle to recognize you, the person you're evolving into. Anchored in the past, they remain confined to the notion of who they think you were, unable to embrace the person you're becoming. It's a painful truth I've encountered, where even those closest to me demonstrated this very phenomenon. Family, friends, acquaintances, those you once considered your support network may begin to drift away. Their actions betray a lack of genuine interest in your well-being. They may offer half-hearted applause, arrive at the finish line only after the race has been run, attempting to leap aboard the bandwagon of your success. They'll strive to latch onto the newness that God has bestowed upon your life, feigning their presence through your journey. They may act as though they've been by your side throughout, a mere illusion crafted for their own benefit, yet their silence betrays them. Their lack of encouragement, their absence of genuine pride in your progress, reveals their true nature. They simply sit, observing from the sidelines, witnessing God's blessings in your life, watching you grow, evolve, transform. They see you investing sweat, tears, and time into metamorphosing into this new, refined version of you. But their words of affirmation remain absent, their commendation conspicuously missing. Thus, in this divine dance, this tango with God, we learn that not only our steps but also our dance partners may need to change. It is all part of this strategic season, a time of growth, evolution, and progression. It is a divine journey, meticulously planned and gracefully orchestrated by the Most High, preparing us for the next phase of our existence. At times, the silence from others deafens you. In the midst of this ongoing season, a divine whisper echoed within me too, a resounding resonance of God's messages meant for both of us. It was a pang of hurt that opened up this conversation, a bitter surprise stemming from the unanticipated distance creeping into relationships I thought were anchored in deeper waters. Those around me, once confidants, chose to diminish the happenings of my life, relegating them to insignificance. The confluence of events that I knew were stepping stones to something grand were played down as mere pebbles, as if my progress was a petty anecdote rather than a compelling saga of growth. Not only did they belittle my journey, they chose to withhold recognition, to postpone acknowledgement of the fruits of my efforts until they ripened to a full harvest. In essence, they were spectators waiting for the climax, refusing to appreciate the painstaking chapters that led to it. But we are bidding farewell to such indifference in this season. Now, we seek companions who echo back our energy, our efforts, our essence. Comrades who pick up the phone as soon as you dial their number, their hearts sync to your rhythm. They know how to navigate the emotional labyrinth, intuitively understanding the twists and turns. They show up, fully present, guiding others, embodying the true spirit of servitude. In this transformative time, God's voice rings clear. I am going to lift you up, to set you on a higher pedestal. He urges us to remain vigilant, to watch for signs, to beware of red flags, to discern people's true intentions. He asks us to acknowledge the departures, the people he is gradually separating from our lives. No queries are necessary, only acceptance. Equally, we must keep our hearts open for the new souls he is guiding towards us. There's a new you emerging, a version that many are unfamiliar with, unprepared to welcome. You are stepping into a realm of fullness, embodying the spirit and purpose that God has chosen for you. Yet not everyone can comprehend this transformation. Only a select few are predestined to accompany you on this journey. It brings to mind Jesus' ascent on the mountain, a biblical parallel strikingly relevant to our journey. Jesus didn't summon all his disciples, only 3 accompanied him on this spiritual elevation. As he moved into a higher plane of existence, a new dimension, it became essential to leave some people behind. During this season, God is extending an invitation for you to place your trust in Him. The pain you feel might be immeasurable. It might be caused by those you hold dearest. Nonetheless, His gentle whisper in your ear is urging you to surrender your hurt, to relinquish it because He has greater plans for you. In His divine blueprint, He's guiding you toward a fresh beginning, elevating you to unprecedented heights, guiding you toward unexplored territories. Consider this God's alignment. He's connecting you with people who can foster your growth, who understand your journey, who will push you to become the best version of yourself. Picture yourself stepping into rooms that seemed previously inaccessible, now available and welcoming. Imagine sitting at a table where a chair is specially reserved for you. This is a message from God, urging you to put aside your doubts and uncertainties in this season because the ultimate elevation awaits. It's not an impending promise, it's a reality that's manifesting now. To whom this message resonates with, rest assured that it's intended for you. It reverberated within me so deeply that the Holy Spirit wouldn't allow me silence until I had articulated it. So, take this as a personal revelation for the season you are in, the season of the ultimate elevation. Imagine a sculptor working on a massive block of marble, representing our path in life. Just before the true form emerges from the stone, the artist chips away unneeded parts to refine the masterpiece. Similarly, in this phase, God is guiding us to let go of certain aspects, relationships, and practices. Some of you might find yourself in deep introspection, marveling at the inner changes you're undergoing. Maybe you've lost the craving for a certain kind of food, or perhaps the desire to indulge in old vices like smoking or drinking has inexplicably evaporated. These inexplicable shifts, dear friends, are the transformative workings of God. It's God recalibrating your thoughts, reshaping your habits, altering your perspectives, and modulating your desires. Why, you may ask? Because He's preparing your core to embrace change. Should you notice a change in your appetites, interpret it as God's way of preparing you for a new sustenance, a nourishment of a different sort. Embrace it. Don't revert to the old. God's message is clear. He's serving you a new meal that will sustain you for a lifetime rather than just for a fleeting season. As we conclude this message, my prayer for you all is that your day be filled with blessings, beauty, and prosperity. Like the video and type Amen if you trust in the Lord. Click the link in the description to discover a limited time special offer on a life-altering technique designed to help you manifest God's blessings.